When the Timpanogos Temple was announced in October of 1992, I was pretty excited. I was living in North Orem, and so to have a second temple in Utah Valley was exciting. We'd been going to the Provo Temple, but now we could go to Timpanogos. They announced the groundbreaking for October of 1993, and so that would be a momentous day. 2 weeks before that groundbreaking, my first husband was killed in a car accident. That was a tough time. I had 5 young boys. Every few months we'd drive up by the temple and watch it be constructed and watch it grow, and that was pretty exciting. The dedication was scheduled for October of 1996. My boys that were old enough and I went to the dedication, but what was special for me happened after. Recently I had read Michael Wilcox's book called House of Glory. There's a lot of really wonderful things in that book, but the one particularly, he talks about a prophecy of Ezekiel in chapter 47. Ezekiel sees the future temple built in Jerusalem, and from that temple he sees water flowing out of the doors of the temple. And this water flows down, and trees and plants, everything just blossoms and grows wonderful. It flows into the Dead Sea, and the Dead Sea is healed, and it's just a great blessing. Then Ezekiel is told to wade in the waters. He wades in, it's only ankle deep. Walk down the river, wade in again. It's knee deep. Walk in the water again. It's to the loins. The last time it was over his head, it was waters to swim in. My boys and I were seated in the outside foyer. So we were some of the very first people ushered out of the temple. And there were ushers say, walk this way, walk that way. We walked outside, go this way. We kept walking, go that way, until we were pretty far from the temple, probably out at the farther parking lot, when we finally could stop and turn around and look at the temple. And what I saw was 4 lines of people walking out of the front doors of the temple. Just these nice, neat, orderly lines. And then also 2 lines from coming around the side of the temple from emergency doors. And I thought of Ezekiel's prophecy. People were the water flowing out of the temple. That we were the ones coming out of the temple. We could bless people's lives. We could heal and help and lift and share the blessings of the temple with others as we went out into our daily lives, into the world, into all that we did. And so that visual has just always really stayed with me, of people flowing out of the temple, living the covenants, and then blessing others with that. At the same time that the Timpanogos temple was being built, the Vernal Temple had been announced. It had been a tabernacle, and they had announced it to become a temple. And that was pretty exciting for me. I used to live in Duchesne, and so that was special to me. So in the fall of 1997 was the open house for the Vernal Temple. Exciting. I'm going to take my boys out, and we're going to go see that. A single friend of mine had gotten a lot of tickets and said, oh, tell anybody single you know, anybody, and we will gather at the mouth of Provo Canyon and drive out, carpool together out to the Vernal Temple. My boys and I were there early on a Saturday morning, and lo and behold, Lee Chestnut came and hopped in my car. And that's how we met. Then he rode the 3 hours out to Vernal with us. We walked around and toured that open house, 3 hours back, and that's how we met. And then a few months later, we were married in the Timpanogos Temple. So the Timpanogos Temple has always been very special to me, as is the Vernal Temple. We've got the beautiful picture of the Linden Temple, which is now coming, and that will be a really special temple to us. We will be gone on our mission to the New York, Pennsylvania Historic Sites mission. We'll be gone when that temple opens in Linden, but it'll be waiting for us when we come back.